This is Chauncey,
This is Q.
and this is my real estate mistakes. We're going to do the recap of the Airbnb series, the good, bad, ugly.
Yeah, we got a lot of great feedback. A lot of people appreciate the series. A lot of people learn a lot of information from the series. So we're just going to do a quick little recap of exactly where we are for the projects that you've seen, like Hardin Street Duplex, our new projects we're working on now.
Yeah, and then we got one student that actually closed on her property tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, she got a great deal.
Yeah, she got a really good deal. Kind of Rosewood, if anyone's familiar with Columbia, a house that was listed under market value with an older agent wanting to get it sold really quickly. So they sold it because she can close in 30 days. So we can definitely follow her kind of story. We'll kind of post on her story as well.
All right, so y'all sit back and enjoy this new episode of My Real Estate Mistakes, Airbnb recap.
All right.
So let's talk about the good that happened while we had these Airbnbs, the new properties.
Yeah, so we started this series probably in June.
We went out of contract on Hard in June.
Yep.
No.
We
in
closed.
April.
Yeah,
we closed in June.
We closed in June.
Yeah, we closed.
So since then, we purchased
2 more duplexes. Well, 3 more duplexes.
3 more duplexes.
Yeah, 3 more duplexes. So
2 more single family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had 2 duplexes, another duplex, a single family, another single family for your student. So yeah,
About
8 properties.
About 8 properties in the last 4 or 5 months, on top of what we already have. So we're deep inside of Airbnb. We're passionate about it, so we're going after it. Right now, what we're looking at right now is about 10 of them are fully renovated and already kind of going.
Yeah.
All of them, every time we actually put those on the market, it's probably going under, it's being rented out for probably 24 hours.
Yeah, within 24. Couple of hours. I mean, we put Hardin Street 9 in the morning, and we got a 2-month booking at 11 a.m.
That's true. Yeah, I
So
forgot about that.
yeah, so it was pretty quick. Hardin Street was pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
We got both units are booked out till December, I think.
Yeah, both of them are booked out in December. Let's talk about the bad of Hardin Street, just to talk about Hardin Street. Since
It's still some good in Hardin Street.
I mean, it was all good, but it was
it's still some good. Like we had, like you said, booked really quickly. A cash flow 30 days after we put it on the market. So what I mean by that, the first rental wire we got, it did cover all our expenses and all the mortgage and things like that. So we didn't have to put any of our own money into that. So it cash flow from the beginning. So that's another good point.
That's a really, really good point. Everyone loves the location of it. It's actually very convenient. We have not had any major issues to it as of right now. I'm in the wood, and I'm knocking on wood. So we definitely have that going. It's convenient to downtown. If anyone's familiar with
The 5 Point area.
5 Points area, it's kind of walking distance to 5 Points. So yeah, I can't have. There's no big complaints about Hardin Street at all.
No.
Yeah. So let's go at the bad part that happened. So I think on the last video we said that we were estimating to put around about $10,000 to $15,000 into that property. That budget doubled quickly too.
Yes. So that construction budget went to $40,000.
Yeah, it was $40,000 worth of renovations that was put into Hardin Street. We went in there. We had to redo the floors. The whole electrical system needed to be updated. What else did we didn't take consideration?
Some plumbing issues we found in the crawl space. Some wiring issues, like you said earlier, that looked good in the beginning, but actually, when we had that much power going on, needed to be upgraded. HVAC issues, roofing issues.
You name it, that property had to be actually rehabbed. And I guess we assumed that it would be less issues due to the fact that it was currently rented, but it had long-term rentals in there, and a significant difference between long-term rentals and actually short-term rentals. So that is something you want to make sure you take in consideration when you're looking into it. Just because it may work for a long-term renter is not going to work for your Airbnb portfolio.
Yeah, like A long-term renter, they're paying their own light bill, water bill, so they're gonna be conscious of running the electricity bill up, running the water bill up, gas bill. When you're in the Airbnb, it's just hotel, and you're not paying. You pay everything in one price, so you're not worrying about any electrical, any plumbing problems. You want the water very, very hot. You don't want it lukewarm, and we had to put new water heaters in there. We had to put new security features in there, like rain cameras. We had to put some parking area in there. We had to repainted the front porch, fix some shingles on the roof. I mean, just things that we seen before, but we just decided to get it done quickly. We could have pushed some things down the road, but my always philosophy is just to get it done so we get that problem taken care of. We don't want, I mean, a water heater might last another couple of months, 6 months, but water heater's going up, labor's going up. Might as well just get that done now so you can kind of capture your money as quickly as possible.
And what you want to consider when you're looking at it as well is that once these properties actually go into the Airbnb platform, you want to make sure they're running properly because you already got booking from 1 month to 3 to 4 months in advance. Yeah. If you do have to replace a water heater, you have to inconvenience a guest. And you have to also be aware that everything that we're working on is reviews, so you don't want to cause any issues that you could avoid up front.
Exactly. Your goal is to get good reviews, make sure it's not their problem, they're just a guest in your property. So, like one of our renters had a pet inside, and they didn't like visitors coming in without them being home, so there had to be some schedule conflict for them being home and things like that. And they was in the healthcare field, so they had different kind of hours, so we had to work around those capabilities. Then also we had to run into material shortages, other places and things like that. And my philosophy when we do construction budget is just, my goal is to get it on the market. Like, let's stop the bleeding, let's get on the market. We had a discussion about window units.
Yeah.
And let you know my window unit idea did work.
All right, so yeah, let's give you the backstory on it. So for me, window units is not going to work for me. But honestly, our construction budget went from $10,000 to $15,000 to $40,000. So you have to actually make those cuts where it needs to be. So Quincy decided that, hey, we're going to get some new functional window units because this property is located downtown. So it's very common to have window units in the property.
Yeah, the duplex was built in the early 1900s, like 1930. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they didn't have great air duct systems.
Yeah, but it's 2020.
It's 2021
now. And I want mine centralized. Yeah. I want to hit
so we compromised because he didn't like the window sticking outside the unit.
Like the old school units. Yeah.
Yeah, so what we decided to do is I got the modern ones that just had the line going out the window, and then you can move it around and mobile, and they heat and cool.
And they had like a remote too, so it was kind of cool to actually have that.
And it worked great.
No, they did. We have no complaints about it. I thought that was gonna be the first thing that someone complained about it was the.
He was looking for.
Oh yeah, because I'm looking for what the issues are. But what I would say the difference between pricing, because like I said, our construction budget went to $40,000 compared to what we initially estimated for. So let's talk about the big difference between the window units and the actual centralized HVAC systems. We got a quote for the HVAC system of $10,000 because it's two different units. So 5 for one side, 5 for the other side. What would you end up spending on the window units?
There was like $450 a unit, so about $1,700.
Good. So see, that's money right there. That's a compromise with you having someone else kind of point of view, because if I was doing it solely by myself, I would have taken on that $8,000, which I didn't need to at that time, because right now we're kind of getting money coming in, so we can add centralized heating and air in the future. It wasn't a necessity to have like right then.
Yeah, and all of them, and just because we put the window units, we are going to upgrade to the HVAC system when we get more capital into the project. But just to point, mobile units, we can use them because sometimes it just get a record hot in Columbia, or it's just a record low. So you still got the HVAC system working. You still might need that mobile unit in there just to make it as comfortable as possible. So we still going to use them, keep them, so they're not going anywhere and it's not money wasted. But it was just like I said, we had a compromise on, okay, do you want great furniture, countertops, and new appliances? with this wall units, or are we just gonna put a new HVAC system and keep all these old appliances in here and things like that? So,
Yeah, so we was able to make a balance between that, and honestly, these window units, they actually perform at the peak of South Carolina weather. We had them in around July, August, September, which is the hottest months in our area, with the humidity going crazy, and we had no complaints. So that showed that that they did work. So what we did was, when we actually did the photos, we actually put them on there. So what we're not trying to do is manipulate our clients to come in there thinking they have centralized heating and air, and they have these units. So we had them strategically placed in the pictures, as well as in the description, that it's no centralized heating and air, so that they won't be blindsided when they're coming in, because again, you want to pay attention to the reviews.
exactly. You don't want them to think that you tricking them and booking your Airbnb. You want to go in there and tell them, hey, they're brand new, they're heating the air, they work great, they heat up 400 square feet. The duplex is only 1,100 on each side, so we got one in each room, so there's plenty of heat in the air going in there. You'll be comfortable. We just want to disclose that information. That's the biggest thing about Airbnb and hosting. You have to disclose this kind of information to your renter. So you know, communication is key.
Communication is key. So we have no issues when it comes to that. I guess another thing that we didn't take consideration is because when we previously did our Airbnbs, there before this current COVID crisis thing, is that we have shortage of actually everything.
Yes.
So the places that we went and go get furniture from, and the places that we normally go to get the kind of pictures and everything on the wall, our designers couldn't actually find them. They had to actually look in other places to actually find that type of stuff. So couches that we probably were getting for about $300, those couches are now $500-$600, because we're currently in this pandemic mode where it's very scarce.
Yeah. White Ranger smooth tops used to be $400. Now they're $800.
Yep.
Refrigerators are like $1,000. They used to be $600. Microwaves are double in price. Door opening technology, like the new smart locks, they used to be like under $100, has doubled to $200. So anything that's kind of associated with Airbnb now is on the rise. The market has seen that it's a great demand for it, so prices has increased over time.
Yeah, we're not talking about we done this 2 or 3 years ago. The last one I completed was in March,
Yes.
April. So they have double in price in the last 3 months. So we noticing the significant change, as well as the shipping takes a lot longer than it did previously as well too, because of that great demand. So it's definitely competition out there, but that's not going to stop us from actually acquiring more property. The goal is to go ahead and actually get as much property as we can, so that we can actually fill that need for the Airbnb in our area. On top of that, they had a press release that came out that they were going to start regulating Airbnb in our area, which is causing a lot of buzz into people who are not familiar with it, being that it was on all the news sites, as well as at the county meeting. It created kind of that new what is Airbnb and what it's doing for the community.
Yeah, so a lot of people got scared. A lot of people got nervous and stuff, but regulation is not always bad. A lot of times, our Airbnb host and us ourselves regulates harder than the city's going to regulate the Airbnb's area. So the good thing about that, we got it on the ground floor. We tackle the problem. We talk to our local officials. We getting on subcommittee meetings, so we are actually working with the city to actually help with regulations. Because we're not saying that there don't need to be any regulations on Airbnbs, but we're also saying they don't need to, a person don't need the right regulations who don't understand Airbnb.
Agree, because like we said again, these properties that we're buying were long-term rentals. We're taking these long-term rentals and upgrading them, spending a lot of money that need. A lot of that stuff was deferred maintenance, because no one actually were doing that maintenance, because with long-term rentals, they don't need to. With Airbnbs, we're making these properties 10 times as much value in them, because the grass is always cut. The updates are already done in the property, so it looks better in the community versus these properties that looks as if that they were going down.
And we're providing a great service. I mean, with the housing shortage and high demand and low inventory on the market, you need temporary housing. I have so many real estate agents, so many clients calling us about temporary housing because they just sold their home and their builder saying they're about 90 days out. So now they don't want to go in a hotel. They might not have family that's near they can go move in. Or some people just don't want to move in with family, bringing another family inside somebody else's home. So, I mean, Airbnbs are here to stay. They provide a great need. And like Chauncey said earlier, these homes are top notch. These homes, if we put so much work in these homes, we make it very nice for these homes. If you want your Airbnb rented, that we are definitely bringing insight to the city. So the city, at first they start setting regulations, but the Airbnb community in the local areas, we got together, and now we're going to be working towards that problem.
Yeah, so what our biggest thing is making sure, I think their biggest concern is about parties, but anybody who's an Airbnb host, we don't want parties as well.
No.
We're actually making sure we screen our clients and make sure that it fits what we're looking for as far as the type of clients that we want, because we're not big on parties either. As you can see on some of our actual sites, that when I notice that we have parties, we make sure we give fines, because that makes the noise ordinance and neighbors actually start talking about that. But we've been doing Airbnb since 2014. I maybe had 2 parties. I'm pretty sure that your neighbor has had more parties than our properties that we have Airbnb at this time. But those are the concerns of the community, and that we just want the community to know that we're concerned about those issues too as well. And these are what we're doing to prevent those type of people from those guests from coming in.
Yeah, so we want to work with community, want to work with the neighbors, and don't run from the situation. Don't have to be scared that you're doing something illegal when you run the Airbnb. You need to let your property management know, or let your neighbors around here. Hey, my property is an Airbnb. We have good working people coming to stay here. We're not going to bother your property. We're going to get quiet enjoyment. We're not going to damage your property. We're not going to make you have any issues. And if you have any issues, please contact us, because we would like to know, because these are house rules anyway. And trust me, if they break one of these rules, we'll be glad to get them out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where it is when it comes to that there. So that was another thing that happened in between that time, that last time we spoke with you. So right now, another thing that we did that we haven't previously done was jump into the actual animal space.
Yes.
It has been a great success.
Yes.
So what we're looking at is we pay a lot of attention to data. Honestly, I spend too much time on looking at data. What you realize is that about 90% of the homes are no pets allowed. So what we did with Hardin Street that we did differently from the other ones, what we did was we did a minimum, actually, when it comes to upgrading them, as far as minimum as making like very luxury kind of line. We kind of left that one a little bit more open to like a modern, clean look, yes, so that we can actually add pets. Which is very different, because when I was thinking pets when we initially did it, I was thinking like a dog, but we had the weirdest thing happen was that a guy actually had 4 rats, pet rats, that he brought to the house. And we're not talking about little mice. We're talking about like New York style rats that he brought to the house, and those was his pet rats. Luckily, he actually had them in a cage, and they were outside, but we don't know what kind of reptiles are going to be in our properties, but what that did was that opened us to a whole new market.
Yes.
That market that typically is kind of more the luxury side of what our pricing is now. So we're actually taking over that luxury market, not even having the houses that actually target those clients, but we actually have the pets, because a lot of people bring in pets with them. And that's what's actually we're driving the price up, just because of the welcoming pets.
And I love the pet market, because now I don't have to refinish hardwood floors. Usually downtown properties has all hardwood floors, so now we don't even refinish the hardwood floors. We just clean them, and so we can be pet friendly. So we don't have to worry about damaging hardwood floors that much. We have different kind of furniture for pets. We do screen what kind of pets you can bring into properties. It's not all pets are welcome. So that's another thing. And like you said, they pay a premium to have their pets with them. So that's helping our bottom line. Our properties are demanded for it. Mm-hmm. We have a demand for it. We have the items inside to do that kind of stuff. So it's been a great relationship. That kept our rate about 95%.
Yeah, so normally, we averaging around about 90. Yeah, we're averaging those properties around about 95%.
Because you got to realize, I mean, people traveling to new cities working a couple of months, if they got a dog, a cat, they got to bring them with them. It's just like their child. So they're not going to leave them behind. So that's a in Airbnb, you want to make sure you get as much check marks as you can on your listing. So if somebody's looking for pet friendly, you want that check mark. Somebody's looking for a king size bed, you want that check mark. Somebody's looking for hot water, that's check mark. Free parking, that's check mark. Paved roads, that's check mark. You want as much, because Airbnb has now filtered a lot of units now. So you want to make sure yours is staying on the top of everybody needs.
Yeah, definitely. So
some of our future plans are we're working on the second part of Woodrow. That should be done by the end of this month.
That's our quadruplex that we bought.
That's our quadruplex. That's another 2-1 upstairs, downstairs duplex. Mm-hmm. And we just acquired a fully bricked 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bath duplex downtown as well.
It's gonna be kind of our first really luxury type of style. It's downtown. It has all your crown molding. It has all your floors.
Bricks, hardwood floors, no carpet.
Crown molding.
Fireplace, gas fireplace.
Every room has its own bathroom. So this is we're breaking into another market. So when you're looking at
one-car garage.
We have one-car garage
for each unit.
Yeah. So what we're doing differently with this is that we're trying to appeal to everyone. So we're appealing to some of our properties are still not accepting pets. So we appeal to the crowd that maybe have the allergies or maybe don't want pets associated with it. On top of that, we're appealing to the crowd that has the pets. And now we're appealing to your luxury clients that are coming in that possibly sold their $500,000 to $1 million house, and they need a temporary place to stay while their next house is being built. Mm-hmm. So we have a luxury line that we're bringing out too that's still convenient downtown, but we are aware that we're probably going to spend double on furnishing that unit because those clients are going to actually their standard of living is going to be a little different, but they're going to pay the premium for that item too as well. So we're trying to break into that market.
Yeah, because we usually budget about $10,000 per unit, and this budget for this duplex is $110,000. Mm-hmm. So we're definitely putting in the top-notch furniture, the finishes. We're doing the quartz countertops. Yep. We're doing the tile showers. We're doing
hardwood floors,
the oak tread stairwells, the railing, upgraded TV system, backyard deck, garage, concrete driveways.
We actually put a lot more into the kitchen. We did have designers and changing the colors of the kitchen to kind of match what the current styles are. Quincy is doing
I'm doing a black and white theme. I'm gonna show y'all how. Hold on, Marquise. We're gonna come after we finish. When we finish Beltline, we're gonna show y'all. We're gonna get y'all to vote on which side y'all like better.
Yeah. So since he did the black and white theme, I had to switch mine up. So I am doing the strict noir modern type of theme. So I'm gonna bring
mine's modern too, but
no. I mean, he's doing the simple modern type of thing. I'm bringing in those pop for colors because it's gonna be a big difference. So yeah, we're gonna get y'all to vote on which side it is better, because we compete with every side and see which one.
Even our Airbnb hosts ask us, whose
side
is this?
So they can
guess.
Is
this Quincy side? Is this Chauncey side? So we do compete, because that's another way to kind of partnership. You got 2 units, and you design one side, I design one side, and we see what the public says.
So it's gonna be crazy. So
a little HGTV kind of competition.
Just kind of a little friendly competition.
Yeah. But we're very excited about this.
Yeah. This is probably one of the ones that I'm kind of thinking at night. It took me a long time to figure out what time.
This actually probably was my real estate mistakes, because we lost this property during COVID.
Yeah.
March 2020, we had this property under contract, but lenders stopped lending. Everybody got scared of COVID, so we lost this property, and that's why you always got to cycle back. Yeah. Because we was looking at a property and he's like, man, you know what? That duplex still available.
So let's talk about that. Anybody who actually follows this will understand this. We talked about a property that our 2020 mistakes. It was one of those episodes.
Yeah.
We said that.
Go back and look at it. Go back and look at it.
So we bought, the house was $230.
No. They wanted $250.
Yeah, they wanted 250 initially.
We stopped at 225, and they came back at 230.
And we stopped. So we said we lost the property for that was $5,000. So we were on the phone because we're always putting bids in. Our team is always figuring out what the next move is, what the next property we're going to buy. And we was going to buy a property. We were thinking about going into the market of a property that had a pool. And it was double the budget is what we try to keep our Airbnbs into per unit. So we were on the phone. I said, if I was going to pay $250 for something, I will pay $250 for that property that we had last year that we lost for $5,000. So we say, you know what? Let's write the offer. This property was off the market.
We say, hey, let's call the agent. Because obviously it's still available.
Yep.
And see what she said. And we got to talking, and we was like, hey, we're not here to negotiate. We want to give you whatever you want, the $250. We can close in 30 days. Yep. We don't need no inspections. We don't need anything on your end. We just need him to show up and sign on the closing date.
Yeah. So it worked.
It worked. We got the property.
And normally we kind of go to inspections and kind of tear you up in inspections. Like this right here was very quiet. So what we're telling you is we paid $20,000 more than what?
25.
Yeah.
So we was at
no, you have to say $20,000 more than what they initially wanted. But honestly, when I say we happy, like we're looking at this property for the last 5-6 years, and what we got as far as property, when y'all guys see it, this is kind of one of the best things that I have had happen in the last 6 months. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, so it's very exciting. It's a great property. Every time somebody walk into it, like my subcontractors walk into it, or anybody like, are y'all trying to rent this out? How do y'all find this property?
They ask me, am I moving into it? And they don't ask me that.
I had about 5 people I was outside pull up on me like, hey, I was trying to buy this property. And I say, it's gone now. I mean,
you can't get it off now.
Can't get it now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that property's going to probably cash flow very well. Like I said, we usually average about $100 a night, $120 a night. That's going to be for your luxury line. That's going to be somebody who has the RV coming in town. They got the family. You got different.
They got discretionary.
You coming in. You want to be close to your family and stuff for Thanksgiving, things like that. You're going to definitely pay for that because it's going to be cheaper than a hotel because it's like you said, we got 3 bedrooms and 3 full baths. Each bedroom got a bathroom. So it's pretty much a hotel room in there. Like each room could be, you can have parents in there. You can have kids in there. Nobody's sharing no bathroom. It's upstairs, downstairs. We're going to put a pull-out couch downstairs. So if you need a little more extra room, we got that taken care of. So we're very, very excited. That's going to probably be done around 1st of November, 2nd November, November.
You're trying to get Thanksgiving. You don't get to at least have somebody coming in for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because I'm off in December.
Yeah.
I'm off. So, I mean, Chauncey's been working me to death. I don't know how I got this contract to roll, but I've been the guy. So, December is going to be off for me. We really, so y'all look back on that episode because that was a mistake, but you can learn from your mistakes. And we did, and we didn't. I mean, that closing. She probably thought that was the easiest close of her life. It was so easy. She probably called. She called us and called you a couple times. Like,
she called me a couple times to make sure everything's going good.
Trust me, we're closing on Friday.
Yeah,
because the contract's gonna be good at Monday. I say no, we're closing on Friday.
Yeah. So that is one of those things that recap the Airbnb series. Definitely a good series to go by and go back and look at. Honestly, this is probably something that everyone needs to consider is that you want to kind of invest in real estate. It's ways you can do it in that. On top of the properties that we purchased, all of them have increased by 20% just off of the current market. Yeah. The rehab on it, we probably have another 15%, so like a 35% market increase because of it. So what you're seeing is that they just actually put a actual article out in the Realtor magazine that Columbia, South Carolina is one of the top areas to invest in because of how low it is. So imagine on top of the money we're getting per month, what the equity that we're building in that area as well. Goldman Sachs had estimate that next year, 2022, that America's property value is going to go up another 16% on top of what it currently is now. So we're buying these properties 6 months ago. The person actually sold that to us for $250, which was honestly 2020 numbers before COVID. That's what he wanted for it. So that's why we never negotiated back when we went back and got the property, because we were aware that if they would have put it back on the market, that everyone and their grandma would kind of go after it.
Yeah.
So we did it off market because we knew that what the worth of it was.
Yeah,
and,
when she put it on the market, it was on the contract.
Yeah. It was gone.
It was pending when she put it on the contract.
So yeah.
Yeah, even our bank, when we did the fix and flip loan on it to fix it up, even they came back double what we paid for it, and they really conservative because they don't want to lose any money.
Very conservative.
It's very exciting. Even my lender called me like, "Man, how you found this deal?" You know,
it's one of those things that God just kind of like. That deal actually worked out.
That deal worked out.
Yeah, it was a good thing.
That's why I get excited about sweat equity.
Yeah,
that's definitely. I'm there like every day, like, and I even like working and just think, ooh, what they did next, like I'm like a kid in the candy store, like, ooh, we painted the interior doors today, ooh, we starting the wall paint and all that. So
I got some. I went with this crazy color. I went with a green, which I hate green, but I'm excited about this green, so I'm painting the interior green because I had to be different. So they're like, okay, did they paint today? So I'm like, they got the doors painted.
I can't wait to see this green because he putting a lot on this green.
Oh
man.
yeah, I'm putting $1 on this green.
I can't wait to see it. I hope it comes through because I'm actually pulling for him because I'm looking at him like.
Yeah, so we'll see though. We'll see. I'm confident about it. I've looked in, did my research. I'm confident about it. So let's see where it comes out. But just wanted to give you guys an update.
Recap.
Yeah, recap on the Airbnb series.
And y'all do it, man. I mean, short-term rentals is here to stay.
Yep.
They're not going anywhere. Long-term numbers just don't work for us. It's great. As much negatives we have, is so many more positives with the short-term rental. We didn't lose any money during the pandemic. We didn't have renters run down renters for rent money and all that stuff. All that's taken care of. Your property stays top notch because you're always checking on it. It's always getting clean. And like Chauncey said, home value in the area is going up. And also, we can see a diamond in the rough before another person can see a diamond in the rough. So that's the name of the game at Airbnb. We can say, hey, yeah, that house is messed up, but that house is in a great location. And we go out there and we put our spin on it and we can make it real good. So no complaints. You know, we have some ups and downs, but more ups than downs.
They're really good. And my thing is that when you're looking at short term and long term, both of them could work. I have a portfolio of long term too, but when you're looking at short term, location is more important. So that's why we're concentrating on those downtown areas compared to the suburbs, because that's what you're looking into. So knowing what you're going into and what you're looking for is very important. But I do like short-term better due to the fact that it's something that I can adjust prices every day. Like I sat down with our Airbnb host and said, hey, I think I want to adjust prices 20%. And I backed down. I decided we settle at 10.
But we talking like that, you know, we on board and
so that's just something you can adjust really quickly compared to short term and long term.
And that's a partnership because our host and our company who does our listings and stuff, they get to learn us just as much as we learn them. So they know who to call in certain situations. They know who to ask certain questions. Like, they're gonna call me about all the construction stuff. I'm gonna get the toilets leaking, the new water heater, how you do this, and Chauncey gonna get the calls about what calls you kind of get.
I get mostly like pricing. Like I get the calls about if Quincy decided not to upgrade the appliances. I'm
the bad guy.
Quincy's the bad guy. Yeah, he is.
I'm not the bad. I'm the budget guy because 9 times out of 10, I'm paying these subs. I'm checking the budget. I'm doing these numbers. So when I call Chauncey, hey, man, I need a check for $10,000, he gonna look at me like, why? Because all this stuff we didn't put into this house.
So I'm the guy. I just spend the money guy. So I'm like, what does it take? Do you think this is going to increase my bottom line if we do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right. I'll talk to Quincy about increasing this right here. Yeah. They just recently was telling us They do not want any stoves with
Yeah, with coils. They want smooth tops. And I'm like, it's a couple $100 more, but hey, if that's gonna make your life a little bit better, I sacrifice that. If you want that, you got that.
Yeah. So,
but it's just some things you gotta tell them like that don't make sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Like, David, I haven't made that much money yet to do that. I just haven't. I say, Dave, you haven't sent me that many wires yet to do that. Okay, so I mean, I'm sorry.
And David is our Airbnb host, so that's what he said.
Yeah. So I mean, you haven't sent me that kind of money. So
perfect. Then, well, this is a recap of the Airbnb series. Please look out for that. We have a lot of stuff that's going to actually be going in that soon. At the top of the year, we're going to actually get our students and stuff actually to showcase it. So, you interested in Airbnbs? Just DM us, and we definitely have the information available. Looking at the top of the year,
and we're gonna actually do classes, coaching, you guys, and we're gonna tell you things. You can check our portfolios. Okay, we're not lying to you guys. We're not who we think we are. Like, we have like 20 Airbnbs together. Like, we actually, own Airbnbs. We actually manage them, fix them up. We can take you from A to Z on the Airbnbs. We're just trying to give you the good information. Like he said, his first student got a great deal. I want that deal. That deal was sweet. I'm like, what? You got it for what? She has an amazing deal. And guess what? She's about to get, I call it her first high. And when she sees that cash flow, and she's
going to double.
Like,
wow. She'll be looking for more.
Yeah, like, I can't believe I didn't work at all and make this kind of money. That's the best money. That's sleep money.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at 2022. We're going to be coming at you guys and definitely give you more education and things like that.
Yeah, so we'll be your new Airbnb coaches.
Yeah. Coming soon. So.
My real estate mistake?
Yeah.